Hi there, my name is Samuel and welcome back to another video where today we shall be taking a look at the LEGO Super Mario 71363 Desert Pokey, which does include 180 pieces, 2 minifigures, well technically they're brick built characters, and this did originally retail for £18, $20 and €20, where I believe I found this on £9 or £10 a few weeks back on Amazon, which honestly was a pretty good deal. And yeah, this is one of the last sets that we've got from the first wave, and this I think is a really awesome set. The Desert Pokey is one of the most unique characters, but then again quite a lot of the build goes into this wall, so it's definitely a really interesting set. So let's take a look at the characters and then let's take a look at the build. So starting off with the buildable characters, let's take a look at Desert Pokey himself. I think this honestly is a really neat character. I think it looks absolutely just fantastic, but moving him around you can see that he basically just looks the same on all four sides. The cone has to have the smaller bit at the bottom and the bigger top part at the back, and yeah, I think it looks really good. Sorry, the top, I was just looking at the back of it, which yeah, I think it honestly looks a really neat build. You can see that, and these are all done with the smooth tiles. So taking a look at the bottom one, this is the bottom layer of Desert Pokey, which honestly I think that looks quite funny there. It looks like a caterpillar, isn't it, like from Marks and Spencer's, which is an English retailer, sort of reminds me of. Some of you will understand what I mean there, but there you can see that one. The middle two sections are literally just a plain one. They're literally just simply the same thing, but then you actually have the Desert Pokey himself here, which honestly I think that looks really funny. Got a really smiling face and that red flower, which is really nostalgic. The green one is for me. So yeah, that's what Desert Pokey looks like. Honestly, I think he's a really cool character. Like, I genuinely think Desert Pokey is just such a cool character. But there you can see all of his cubes, which sort of reminds me of Full Links, I believe, from Pokemon. I think that's how you pronounce it, from Gen 8. So yeah, that's what it looks like there. You can see that. So now let's move on to Monty Mole, which taking a look at Monty Mole, you can see that this is literally just the same one that we've already had from the other set. That is the freebie that we had from last year, the Stone I believe his name is. But yeah, you can see what he looks like. It's literally just the same one. And yeah, it looks really cool, though a bit of a smudge on the ink. But yeah, I think they definitely should create a new brick, like a 1x2 that has just 2 studs at the end. It would make this character look a bit neater, and yeah, I think it'd be quite good for mock builders. But yeah, you can see what that looks like, which I think is really awesome. And what they do, they actually give him like a little dish for him to stand on, a jumper plate, which I think is pretty neat. So starting off by taking a look at the build, let's take a look at these little cactus, which you get these mainly, I think, in every desert like set. You get some form of cactus. You get basically these two designs, but this one with the molded element is in, I believe, every desert set so far, which is quite interesting to see. And then moving on down and around, you can just see we've got this just base plate, nothing too interesting there. Then we've actually got this massive hammer, which this is the main play feature of the set. You can see that we have this little interaction tile, which if we put Mario on there, you can see that it does start some music, and the idea is that you hold him from the head here at the top and you have to spin him around and activate the play feature, but we will not do that yet because, well, I want to actually show you what the Desert Pokey looks like first off. So there you can see what the Desert Pokey looks like. Let's straighten these up. These actually aren't connected in, you'll see in a minute. These are all just done by tiles, so they're quite loose and takes a little bit of time just to get them perfectly straightened out, but still, there you can see the cactus, which looks really neat. You can see that on the side, they're moving around. You can see the back, which honestly, it's really just weird how the back is made. It's just, I don't know, it feels really weird and maybe a bit like over complicated, I would say, potentially. There you can see the cactus again, which the cactus looks really neat. And then again, you just have another little like base plate over here. It's really weird. Then there's a jumper plate, which I don't get why. Sometimes they add them, sometimes they don't. I mean, it's good, so it's a bit more unique, but still, it's kind of weird. But again, there you can see that, which honestly, that's pretty cool. You can see that QR code with the little hammer there. So now let's actually let's quickly just show you the top of this. You can see that there. So now let's quickly show you the feature. So what you do with this feature, you put Mario in there. You can see that he's on some music, and the idea is that you simply just swing him around and catapult him like that. So the idea is that he smacks through them, and then the idea is that once you've got one of the cube, the bottom one, where it's the bottom one, here is the bottom cube. The idea is that once you've done this, you can basically just attack it and get some coins. And yeah, it's only a 1 hit, which honestly, I think that's a bit silly. I think actually when it been called to be a 4-hit one, as there's 4 components, it would have made more sense. But yeah, it's literally 1, and you can just do it again, which is cool. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the only feature on this set, but I think it's quite a fun feature. So then if you're wondering how it's set up, so you can see that we have this little runner going all the way down. The idea is that you have this green cone, and you just simply just slot it in there. And then the idea is that you basically have 2 middle sections. It really doesn't matter where these 2 go. You just choose wherever. So you can put this one over here. You can put this one on top. The dark color goes on the top. And then there you put the final one with the head, which looks really cool. So that's what it looks like. You can see that, and then really it doesn't matter what way you can like want to do it. You can really choose which way. So for example, if we do it here, if we move on in, so you can see that the idea is that you smack it and it simply just like levitates downwards, which honestly I think is really cool. So then it's better to do it like that, so then you have got an easier chance of getting that one. But yeah, honestly I think this is such a unique feature. Like I had a lot of fun with it, just messing around, like resetting it and all of that. So yeah, this honestly is a really neat one. There you can see the base plate. So yeah, that is what it looks like. Honestly, it's a really cool feature. So now let's quickly set up a little course. Here you can see my course that I set out. I have the starting tube here, and I have like the finishing final flag over here. So that's what my course looks like. So now let's quickly show you this course. So let's begin. Put Mario over here. So this one definitely isn't much of a smaller one. You can basically just put him here. And yeah, it's literally just knocking all of these out. That's literally it. And you can just kind of spam this for a few minutes. Well, a minute or so really. Just kind of just spam this for a bit. Kind of build up some coins, which I'm not going to let the whole duration of the course, there's no point, because that's really it. The thing of this, the feature's incredible, but it's really just really like quick. It really goes on quick. Then we hit that, we can hit him a few times, we can in fact just knock him off a few times, and if we move on over to here, we can then finish like that. So yeah, it definitely can't last as long, but still, there you can see, let's see, we got 10 coins, so that wasn't too bad. Maybe it didn't register as many hits, maybe I was doing it too fast, but yeah, that's literally it with the feature. That is kind of my problem. I think it's fantastic. I really found it lots of fun, probably one of the most fun features, but the fact that it literally kind of just is over, and once you've done that, it's nothing else to do. Like, if you bought this as like a weekly expansion or whatever you bought it for, I think you'd be disappointed, because if you don't want to display it, right, if you was like a kid, I would say, or an adult, or whoever wanting to play with this, it would kind of be anticlimactic. You literally, you do that, you smack it over, it falls down, you do that, you do that, and that's it. That's literally it. It really feels like there should be a bit more, but now let's go to the outro. So there we have it. I hope you did enjoy this video. Overall, I think this honestly is a fantastic set. I really love the Desert Pokey character here. I think it's really cool. Just saying, I don't actually play Mario, so I don't mean talking about the character as in the character from the game. I don't really know what he does, but I mean from here, I really like this character build. I think it's really cool, really unique, and honestly, I know that some people call this just like a plain wall. I honestly don't mind it. I think it's quite a nice, like I don't know, just it differentiates from what other sets have been. Yeah, I think it's a really neat one. I will most probably have to take these off and put them in a bag like I'm doing with most, because these little weird little bits really save on a lot of space. But yeah, this I think is a really good set, but I can't say it's worth it. As much as I want to say it's worth it, unless you really like Desert Pokey, it's not worth full price again, because it's such a quick feature. Like, once you've done that, you're really running out of things to do, and I feel like if you was actually doing it for the course, you would be really just bored stiff after a while, because there isn't too much to it. But I find it fun, but just the amount of time it takes to set up and everything, it just wouldn't be that practical in a course. Though if you have this amongst all the other sets, it would be absolute perfect. A quick way to get a few coins. Well, you only get 1 coin or 2, which isn't that much really. So yeah, this honestly is really awesome, and I just wanted to say I want to review the Luigi set, but can you hear that? Yeah, it might have got a 40. Mine is rattling, and it isn't the battery. I've taken the batteries out, I've taken the back of it, and it is still rattling, so I have a 40 Luigi. But yeah, what do you all think of this set? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there, because maybe someone's waiting for the Luigi review. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until tomorrow's video, see you there. Bye for now.